Hello there, this is Paulo Brum, and we are back with our series of video commentaries on the South American Online Festival. And this is the fourth round that we are going to look at now. The Chagas team facing a good Argentinian team. And as you can see here, the final score was very good for us, 29 imps. And lots of swings here. You see that 40 to 11, lots of swings, lots of things to look at. So I'll try to hurry up because these videos can become quite long. And I haven't looked at the boards yet. You're looking at them together. So let's look at them. I'm cluttering the screen. The first swing was 3 spades by West going down 1, while at the other table 3 diamonds by South went down 2. So this was an adverse swing. Our experts went overboard in at least one of these tables. So let's see what happened here. 1 club by North is better minor. They play apparently a very natural style. Their opponents 1 club pass 1 diamond. 1 spade by West. Normal overcall. Double, probably, yeah, subpar double showing 3 cards and diamonds. 2 hearts is certainly a good spade raised, yes. This is feasible because you have a very clear negative inference from the lack of an overcall over 1 club. So East denies a good enough suit in hearts to offer it as a trump suit at the 2 level in the second round. And so this shows that you have a better hand than a 2 spade raise that could be made, for instance, with 1 less ace. You look at this hand. Ace third in spades and nothing else is already worth a 2 spade bid. And South double to show that he has high cards, wants to contest the auction, and showing that he's 11, so he has the balance. He knows that North South has the balance of power. North doesn't, but South does. And 2 spades is probably, over this double, a weak action. Not, they can pick whether pass or 2 spades is the weakest action. I don't know the specific agreements of this pair, but looking at this hand and at this bad of a suit, this very bad suit, I would guess that 2 spades is a weak action and pass would have been stronger. So now North is bidding 3 hearts, as perhaps there was some kind of confusion here going on in North-South because there's no known fit in hearts. Perhaps North interpreted the double of 2 hearts as showing something in hearts. It's debatable since South bid 1 diamond, not 1 heart. But this was a very complicated auction to untangle from the viewpoint of each player. East now doubles 3 hearts. This is probably showing, a max, nothing specifically. It's not an invitation to play in a double heart contract. But it forced West to play in 3 spades. And so in 3 spades, the Claros certainly lose 1 spade at least, 1 heart, 1 diamond, and 1 club. But he has to ruff 2 clubs in dummy, and he gets over-ruffed in the 4th club. So he can make 9 tricks. If you count his tricks, he has at most 4 spades, 1 ruff, only 1 ruff in dummy, or 5, ace of hearts 6, king of diamonds 7, and 1 club honor 8. So he can at most make 8 tricks. Queen of hearts was ducked, club to the king, 9 of hearts ruffed, and a club ruff. Now a diamond, no, ace of spades, and then a diamond, and the spade was enough for now cashing the fifth trick from the defense. 8 tricks and 4 east-west and 5 to north-south. At the other table, began similarly: 1 club pass, 1 diamond, 1 spade pass from north. So they probably do not play, or perhaps north decided to not offer the support double. Some people don't play support doubles over a minor. And so east had clearer, perhaps, cubit than 2 hearts at the other table, 2 diamonds here. And south double 2 diamonds, showing that he had some good stuff. Excuse me. And west passed, probably showing a weak hand here. And over 2 spades, south doubled again, alerted as cards, yes, just guaranteeing the ownership of the hand for north-south in high cards. And north had only one option of a contract. He could have perhaps tried to no trumps, but it's very seldom that no trumps is the best landing spot in a competitive auction in which everybody has a long suit. So diamonds is probably safer. Not in this case, perhaps. And in diamonds, declarer will always lose 1 club, 1 diamond, at least. Of course, 2 diamonds are much more likely. 1 club, 2 diamonds, 1 heart, and 1 spade going down 1. Let's see how this. A spade lead and a heart ducked. Nice defense. Establishing the secondary heart ruff. That means down 2. Those tricks that we counted earlier, plus another ruff. Yeah, and he loses a diamond. Okay. Next swing, let's look at it. 11 to the Chagas team. 4 spades at one table, and the other table they were pushed to 5 and doubled. So that's probably something to be learned here. I know that Brenner and Villas Boas, Diego and Miguel played 3 no trump as a good 4 of a major opening. Yeah, here you see. 4 hearts is pass or correct. West was probably expecting that the trump suit would be hearts. And then 4 spades means that I had a good 4 spade opening. And this appears to have confused a little bit the opponents, because they can compete over a 4 spade opening, did with a double by south, and they would end up at a 5 hearts contract that is, as the cards stand, laid down. But this bidding perhaps threw them off center a little bit, and so they allowed east-west to play in 4 spades. And 4 spades loses 3 aces and nothing else. You have plenty of trumps to deal with the clubs. You can establish diamonds too. So there's nothing interesting in the card play here. And as expected here, South was able to get into the bidding. Over a 4 spade opening bid, it would be much harder, but over 1 spade, it was easy. And after South doubled, North will most likely try to compete over 4 spades, even if South does not. And South did it on its own at the actual bidding, bid 5 hearts, and then at this point East did the best that he could, because 5 hearts is laid down, and actually it makes 6 hearts with a club double finesse, but it's unbiddable and very lucky, of course. But East did the best that he could by sacrificing in 5 spades. And so this was a board won in the auction. The next swing is 4 spades going down 2 and 4 diamonds at the other table going down 2 as well. So let's see how that went. 1 spade past 3 spades. That's an interesting bid. It's either a mixed raise with 4 spades or a limit raise with 3 spades. So that is enough to throw some confusion in the opponents, because they are unsure. They can't diagnose how good is their fit if they don't know how many trumps partner has. But the original sin for North-South in this bidding was probably North's pass over 1 spade. This is really too timid, in my opinion. It's better to bid the simple mind and 2 diamonds. Or if you play what they call the equal level conversion, meaning that doubles are heavily major oriented, and if you have this specific suits, diamonds and hearts, you can double 1 spade, and then if partner bids clubs and you correct the diamonds, you don't show extra strength. That's a treatment that should be discussed between partners. But either of these 2 options, if you don't play equal level conversion, as I don't, North should do something for sure over a 1 spade opening immediately, not waiting for the next round. And so what happened here is that he felt forced to do something and hopeful that partner would have a singleton spade. And the redouble by is showing that, well, I did have the 10 to 11 version. So if the opponents can diagnose that 3 spades redoubled is a good proposition for them, well, more power to them. But the goal here is to be able to punish them for entering in our auction. But nobody had a double or 4 diamonds. And so they rested in 4 diamonds undoubled. So that's an interesting treatment too, this redouble, showing I want to punish them, but we are not forced to double them. It's a good treatment to discuss with your partner. And so they ended 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds loses at least 2 spades, a heart, and a club. Probably 2 hearts, 2 spades, and a club going down 2. Yeah, it's hard to see how it can escape these losers. 2 hearts, 2 spades, and 1 club. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the other table. As expected, 1 spade, 2 diamonds from North. Passing with this hand is long-term losing bridge in my appraisal. Double by East, which is also interesting in that he has a spade raise and he may be what happened here is not unusual, in that East had prepared a sequence in which he would double and then bid something up to 3 spades to show that he had a 10 to 11 hand, balanced hand or semi-balanced hand, something like that, with 3 cards in spades. That was his plan. But then when South bid 4 diamonds, it was wrecked because he had to show support sometime. And he was right now at a higher level than he would have wished to be. So if he could have whispered in his ear that South was about to bid 4 diamonds, he would have preferred to raise partner rather than double, probably by bidding 3 diamonds, which most people play as a limit plus raise, and it can be only 3 cards. So this is also an instructive hand, both about the dangers of passing with North's cards and about the danger of not raising immediately in an auction that can turn competitive quickly. And so East was forced to raise, and there they were in 4 spades, which had 0 chance. Like they are losing 2 diamonds and a heart, and with a club finesse off, they are always going at least 1 down. So in this hand, our warriors did well and were well equipped with the proper treatments. Our next swing is a card play swing, two spades making in one table and going down in the other. Let's look at it. At this table, a weak no trump by East, even though he has a 5-4-2-2. This particular, and others, but this is one of the particular suit distributions that are awkward for opening in one of a minor, because over one diamond, one spade, you will never be able to, not never, but in many cases, you won't be able to show your four card hard suit. You are not strong enough to reverse, and so you will beat one no trumps, and this can lose the hard suit. And so 4-5 touching suit hands are often inclined, are often interesting to be open in one no trump if they have the right texture, no small singletons, of course, and that's why East started with one no trump. And double by South is probably cards, meaning I want to get into the auction. Usually some people play that this is at least as good as the maximum of the range of the opposing no trump, especially against weak no trumps. But South is pushing a little bit here, getting into with only 12, and not great 12. Of course, his king and ace are great, but this long suit is weak. And redouble means I want to play one no trump redouble. Right, partner has 12 to 14 and you have 9. Why not? Put them into a spot. And then 2 diamonds by South running away. This double by West was takeout for sure. It meant I want to, if you're long in diamonds, pass, but if not, let's look for our contract. And then North took it out to 2 spades, and so they finally found their fit, and nobody could double that. And so they rested in 2 spades. Interesting auction, and probably not at all like the auction at the next table. So let's see what happened here at the card play. Let's look at the declarer's options here. He will lose. He will make. That's a better way to estimate. He'll make 4 spade tricks, and 2 hard tricks are 6, and he needs to get to 8 either a further diamond trick, which he can establish, and a club ruff. But if he does that, if he cannot get the club ruff and the diamond trick, because he has to pitch 2 things on the diamonds from dummy. One, when he's leading the jack and losing to the king, he pitches something, and then another pitch at the 10 of in the 10 of diamonds, and then he loses his ruff. And pitching the hearts is not indicated either, because they are his trick. They are necessary to make the second trick. So it looks like 2 spades should go down. Let's see what happened here. King of clubs and the trump for sure, yes. After he saw the dummy, trump is indicated. And the diamond, and another trump. Oh, spade, a club. That was a surprise, to me at least. I see. He wants to force. Jack of diamonds, pitching a heart. And now the declarer will be able to ruff the club, and especially after this heart switch. Which is not as if he could have done something different, because the diamonds are all established. Look at the size of those spots. But then when he played a heart, it was the declarer had to make a choice, and I think he misread. Let's go back here to to watch this. I think he misread what was going on, because when he played that ace of hearts, he's basically playing for that. Examine the club tricks. The lead was a king of clubs, and these guys lead, as far as I know, perhaps I'm mistaken, but they lead the top of the honor. They don't lead Rusinov against these situations, which means that when East led the king of clubs, the ace is in West, and the queen of clubs has also been played already. And so East has only the king of clubs. It's the only honor, ace king of diamonds, and so it looks like he has the king of hearts. And if that is true, North should let this hot trick run to the queen. But he was mesmerized by the strong diamonds in dummy. He thought he could pitch twice. One on the next diamond. He didn't know the diamonds were 5-2. So he had to choose one line or the other, either letting this trick run to the queen or trying to cash two tricks before West could rough in. And what happened was that, look at how this three of spades that he's gone should still be there. What small differences can make. Because right now, West was aware of what was going on. He had seen the three of spades gone. He had seen the 3 and the 5, and he knew that the 6 couldn't make a trick. And so when he led the spade, dummy was dead with all those luscious diamonds, and he would still make the ace of clubs. So that is one down. Declare will go through the motions, but it was a very nice defense from East by playing the heart at the point in which Declare had to take a position, and by West by roughing high and leading a small spade at this position. This was an interesting board to watch. And at the other table, the more natural one diamond opening, and South passed because that's his best suit, but he reopened with a double over 1-0 trump, and North bid 2 spades naturally. And let's see how the play went. Look at the inferences that North has here. They're very different. He can easily play for diamonds 5-2 with more propriety than at the other table. And the jack of diamonds, as the 7 and the 9 appear, all the diamonds are established now. Pitching a heart, and he's ducked. And another diamond, pitching a club. Now, so my first evaluation of the contract was wrong because of the diamond spots. I said 2 spades should go down, but it really should not if Declarer gets everything right because of this very good source of tricks in the diamond suit. Yeah. Okay. Very nice board to watch. Next one. 4 hearts by South, 1 down, and 5 diamonds by West, down 2. So, at one table, 1 club by East, which is 2 plus. They play a very variable no trump and system depending on position and vulnerability. In some positions they play that this 1 diamond bid is hearts, some they don't. And apparently this is one of it in which it is natural. Yeah. So 1 club by East, pass by South. Some people would have already gotten into the bidding at these colors, non-vol versus vol, but I prefer not to bid with 9 high suits and weekends, so it's nothing untoward to be said about this pass. West bid a natural 1 diamond, North double to get into the auction, and now South has to get really excited with this hand. It's a very, very good hand opposite the double. And even after East bids shows strength with the double, even so, I think South was too timid to bid only 2 hearts. He should have bid 3 hearts, perhaps even 4 hearts over this double. It's hard to imagine that his hand could have been stronger. And I would have bid 2 hearts with one less heart, and this 6th heart is a full trick. So I guess that the best, most moderate bid in this position would be 3 hearts. But he bid only 2, and now 2 passes. And East was still in hopes of a game, and he bid 4 hearts, showing the void and inviting a slam with a diamond support. And of course, this was the worst possible news for West, the void opposite his king queen, and then he subsided in 5 diamonds. And 5 diamonds is about to lose 2 aces and the spade finesse. And unless the defense never plays spades, which is hard to imagine, there's nothing to be done about that. Yeah, here you go. The lead was a spade, and so this is immediately dead. At the other table, as commented, 4 hearts is very natural, and as I said, at least 3 hearts with South's hand is what I would suggest. And so they landed in 4 hearts, and East doubled, probably suggesting a higher level contract, and West decided to pass, which is understandable. And in 4 hearts, you lose 1 spade, 1 trump, and only 1 club if you go by losers. So it could be made. Let's see. How was this? That was a problem already. This non-duck of the club. Ace of hearts. Yeah, he tried to make it in the simplest way. He's down already. He's losing 2 hearts, a club, and a spade. But it's that quick count of losers, of course, is not indicative of how the hand should be played. And perhaps the bidding should indicate that the cleric should try to ruff 2 diamonds, getting to hand with spades in the meantime. And, well, it's hard to criticize the easy line, but perhaps the best line would have been to interpret the bidding as being shortness in hearts. I don't know. This is the kind of situation in which being at the table makes that much of a difference. To look at East's at the table behavior when he doubles. The bottom line is that 4 hearts went down. Next swing is 4 hearts going down 4, while as a sacrifice against 3 no trumps by North. It should be an interesting board. Here it is, 4 hearts, opening bid. Remember, this guy's played 3 no trumps as a strong 4 hearts, so this is a weak 4 hearts, and indeed it is weak. But South certainly should have reopened, either probably with a double, but even 4 spades would have been okay. And this was too passive on North-Souths. And of course, 4 hearts is a disaster with ace-jack, 8-4. Let's see if there's something sensational happened in the play. No. This cashing of the ace of clubs lost the trick. And then he lost a subsequent trick by trying to give a ruff, which is a strange option, since the partner would certainly have led a diamond either at the first trick or at the second trick or at the third trick if he had the singleton diamond. So this was a dubious decision by South to play a diamond here. And at the other table, West opened only 3 hearts, making it much easier for North to show his power. And they rested in 3 no trumps, which is an excellent contract, making at least 3 clubs, 5 spades are 8, and 2 aces are 10, at least. So this is a swing that is to be wholly credited to the 4 heart opening opposite compared to the 3 heart opening. The next swing is 2 hearts by East and 1 spade by West. This is perhaps interesting in the analysis of the bidding. So South opened 1 club, which is normal, 11 and nice suit and a singleton. It's a normal opening bid. West doubled. This would be split between experts between double and 1 spade. But double has lots of proponents too. Redouble is probably a transfer. Yeah, transfer to diamonds. 1 heart, his best suit. 1 spade, showing that he has a hand too big to overcall 1 spade. 2 diamonds, rebidding his suit. Pass double. So West is really driving this hand quite hard, but he's weak and is not tempted to do anything else than 2 hearts. They know each other. They're playing with each other from many boards by now, and so they landed at 2 hearts and made 3, which is a lot of tricks, by the way. Oh, that's how it went. They missed the diamond rough. Perhaps South should have led the king of clubs to prevent precisely that. Now, North simply doesn't have any entry. Yeah, well played. And at the other table, the alternative of 1 spade overcall ended the bidding. And here the lead came from North. And so there's no entry to play spades from the board. The guy could have tried the small diamond, and North would have to be very, very alert to prevent an entry with the queen of diamonds. And now, worthy of notice that defense in diamonds, that the idea here is that South would have no reason to switch the diamonds from the king of diamonds. And everybody knows that declarer is short of entries to the dummy. And so South has either 1 or 2 diamonds. If he has 2 and declarer has king second, North can play ace of diamonds and a diamond and lose nothing, because this queen of diamonds will never make. But if he has 1, he has to give the rough right now. Okay, that's it. So we have 2 more boards to study in this long but interesting video. They are 3 diamonds down 2 and 4 diamonds down 3. Pass, 1 spade by North, normal 3rd hand opening. Double by East with a huge hand. 2 clubs is a transfer. Interesting way to play. 2 clubs a transfer. North bids 2 spades, East doubles again, and West rebids diamonds because that's the only way to show weakness. It's not great, and they obviously missed a club fit, which would have been much better, but this is not an easy hand. the only way to escape would have been to ease to beat 3 clubs rather than double, but he's really very strong. He would have to discard the Queen of Spades as a useful card. And in actuality, it is a useful card because 3 no trumps can make, if you guess clubs, probably you won't, since North is showing high cards. But you are very close to 3 no trumps, even with what appears to be not a stopper, 9-4, opposite Queen second. So it's very hard for you to decide to basically downgrade his hand enough to beat only 3 clubs. And as we see at the other table, they also finished in diamonds. When West tried 11 sol sequence and he wanted to stop in 3 diamonds, but East was too strong to beat only 3 clubs. And because this 11 sol sequence is like 0 to 6 or 7, and if they had that 6 or 7, it would have been enough to be in game. So the higher preemptive effect of the 2-spade opening made it even harder for East-West to reach a good contract here. And final swing, 3 spades at one table and 4 spades going down at the other. 3 spades opening bid, non-Vul against Vul, and he's respected with a very nice hand, but he respected the possibility that this could be a very weak hand at these colors, so he passed. And there are obvious 4 losers, 2 hearts, a diamond, and a spade. Well done, East-West. And at the other table, similar bidding, but East couldn't convince himself that this was worthy of a pass. He preferred to raise. And he could have gone well if Declarer had a singleton hearts or a singleton diamond at the 3rd club. Lots of ways in which this can go well. But in the final analysis, the Imps went to the Chagas team because they judged better. And this has been our 4th video. Thanks everybody for listening. Visit our website www.thebridgeexperts.com for lots of interesting articles and information about high-level bridge. Thanks everybody, and hope to see you in the next video.